Hello my friend, Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. This time around I want to compare mixes that were made using a $100,000 Neve mixing console and also a DAW, in this case Reaper, right? So the picture that you're seeing in the screen is the 5088 Neve console, right? Rupert Neve, amazing console found in many different studios. And this is Reaper, of course, a $60 DAW. This is the license, right? Minimum license for $60. And in today's video, I want to talk a bit about these mixes. One of them made with one, and the other mix was done with the DAW, right? And in today's video I want to make a case and to see if it's really worth it in this year 2024 and beyond to buy this super expensive gear, right? And to understand and to analyze a bit these mixes and to see if we can find any differences, any similarities between them, and if it's gonna be like a super expensive piece of gear like this against a very affordable one. I want to make a case if it's really that great of a difference in terms of price. It is, but in terms of the quality, I want to know that with you here, right? Before we begin with the content, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnerhunter.com, where you can grab some free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to be checking out this channel and my blog, which I am updating almost every day with tons of content like this. I share mostly free resources for music producers, bedroom musicians, and around the world. All right. So if you are here in the live stream, please let me know. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions. And please let me know what you think of these mixes at the end of the video, or at the end of each one of the 4 mixes that I'm gonna be checking out, right? So this idea stems from a video by Mr. Glenn Fricker at Spectre Sound Studios. I watch his videos like almost on a weekly basis, and yeah, I love the content on his channel. And this time around, some days ago, he released this video of this 100,000 Neve console that failed for some months. He bought this console some months ago, and in this video which by the way I link in the video description and first comment, he put a $100,000 Neve console mix against his Reaper mix, right? And I was listening to them, and I was thinking, well, it would be a nice, good idea to make a video about this and to analyze further these mixes, right? And to see if it's really worth it to spend all of that money on a analog piece of gear like a Neve console in this case, against a mix that can be done in Reaper in 2024, now with the advancements of technology and all that, right? The plugins are at full quality these days, and I believe that this is worth taking a look. And yeah, since I don't spend a lot of money on gear nowadays, on analog gear anyway, and physical gear, I thought it was a good idea to share it and to make this comparison and analysis with you guys, right? So now let me share the screen here. I'm gonna go to Reaper, where I have these mixes, right? So you should be seeing Reaper now. I have 4 mixes, and Glenn Fricker was the mixer behind these songs, right? And on green we have the Reaper mix, and on blue we have the Neve console mix, right? and they are very much the same in the terms of perceived loudness. So yeah, it's a great example, I think, to study and to really understand and to know if it's really worth it to spend all of that money, and to see if we have a return of that investment in the audio quality, right? Because Glenn is very happy with the purchase and of the $100,000 console, but yeah, let's analyze deeper and a bit more in depth. So by the way, these mixes, I grabbed the highest possible audio file from those mixes that Glenn put on his video, right? And so yeah, let's first analyze the first one. First, we're going to listen only to the mix without any visualization, without any visual analysis plugins, and then we're going to go over each one of them, doing some frequency analysis and yeah, some frequency ranges as well, analysis between the two of them, right? So this is the Reaper mix, the first one. Okay, let's go again and try to listen with more detail, with more attention to detail. If you hear any difference, please let me know, right? So now let's open up here a frequency analyzer plugin, Span, on the Reaper mix, and I'm gonna freeze the analysis here so that we can have a visual representation also of the frequency range, right? Or how the frequencies are distributed on these mixes. So let's go first with the Reaper mix. Alright, let's leave it there, and let's do the same with the other mix with the same plugin, another instance of the plugin, right? Let's put the Reaper mix here, and let's put the Neve console mix here. So let's go. Alright, so as you see here, very much alike, one mix and the other one. There are some minor differences, right? Especially I noticed a bit difference on the mid-range, right? Probably, of course, the Neve console has some saturation, right, inherently, and also let's hear again. To also, one thing that I noticed are the guitars that are panned left and right. Let's take a listen. Oh, that's the Neve console. Let's go again. The first, the Reaper mix. The guitars on the sides seem a bit grittier on the analog console mix. That's probably due to the fact that of the analog coloration of the Neve console. Also, one thing to notice is the compression on drums. Listen to the drums on the Reaper mix. Right, especially the kick and snare. On the Reaper mix, the kick and snare seem a bit buried in the mix. They are probably using maybe less compression, or even if they are enough compressed, they might be a bit, I don't know how to put it, like they are buried, and maybe due to the analog compression on the Neve console, the drums, the kick and snare seem a bit more in your face, and they stand out more, and they can cut through the mix a bit better. Let's hear again, put attention to the snare and kick drum on both mixes. First, the Reaper mix. Yeah, the Neve console mix, definitely the drums are better, punchier, and on the Reaper mix, they are a bit flat, and I think they are more alive on the Neve console, right? And yeah, that's what I noticed. Let's also hear the vocals on the Reaper mix and on the Neve console mix as well. I think the vocals are a bit clearer. I think they are a bit more even, and I'm not sure if this has to do with just a volume or level decision, but on the Neve console mix, the vocals seem to be a bit more standing out a bit more in the mix, right, against all of the other instruments. And frequency wise, you can notice here we have here a peak at around, what's this, like 150 hertz, and here at 150 we have this peak, but it's not as higher as this one, right? This one goes above, like, let's say 36 decibels or something. No, 48 decibels. Yeah, 48, and this one goes like 46 decibels, so only 2 decibels. We have a peak here as well at around 906 hertz on the Neve console, and 906, and let's go here, 906. Let's see if we have the peak. It's at the same, almost at the same height, so frequency wise they are very much alike, right? I think in terms of saturation and compression, the Neve console wins, right? Better compression, of course, I think, due to the of course the analog characteristics of the analog compression, and maybe Glenn used analog plugins, analog emulation plugins on Reaper. But in that term, I think it does sound better, the Neve console mix. It's mildly better. I wouldn't say like it's miles better or something. Definitely, to me, it's the $1,000 cost. Definitely, it's not a return for me against the $60 cost that is Reaper, and some other $100 for other plugins, right? So also let's analyze these mixes using this plugin that isolates different frequency ranges, right? So let's analyze the mid-range, the low end, and the high end to see if we can spot any difference or similarities. Let's go with the low end first. This is the first mix, the Reaper mix. Very much alike, right? Yeah, very much alike. Let's check out the mid frequency and high mid frequency here. Here I think we can hear the punch in the snare a bit more, but it's very, very subtle, very, very subtle. I would say not like a again, the $1,000 cost to me is not like a huge return against the mix that was done on a DAW. Let's listen to the high frequencies, high frequency range. Again, a very, very minimum difference, if any. So yeah, also one thing we could analyze is the center of the mix when it comes to the stereo image. Let's do that. Yeah, the snare and kick drum are better compressed, I think. And let's listen to the side image. They are colored differently, right? Here again, listen again to the guitars. Yeah, definitely they are different in terms of frequencies. And let's see here if we have the span here again. Let's analyze this. Okay, we have some differences in the mid-range and high end. It sounds a bit grittier, maybe a bit more tubey. The guitars on the Neve console. Let's listen here. That's the reverb mix. Right, we have a bit of differences here, mid-range and high frequencies. Yeah, it seems that it's more full on the mid-range. The Neve console mix a bit fuller. That's what I hear. Anyway, let me know what you think of this, and let's move on with the next mix, right? And this is the reverb mix. Let me turn off this plugin here. So this is the reverb mix. Okay, let's hear again to see if we can spot any differences. Well, here I'm having more problems to spot differences. Let's hear again to the drums, maybe. The guitars seem a bit more dead, more dull. Let's hear here. More mid-range maybe. Or a bit with like 1 decibel, I think, or something like that, higher. Again, I'm not sure if that could be a volume decision or something that has to do with EQ or compression. This one seems a bit quieter. The drums also seem a bit more punchier in this. Here, listen again. Maybe if I increase 1.50 decibels, let's hear this. Yeah, they are more even in relative loudness, right? So yeah, sometimes loudness can be deceiving, right? Something louder might be better than something quieter, but it's not that it's one better or the other. It's just that increase in loudness that makes our ears more exciting, and it appears that it's better, but that's not necessarily the case. You hear the bass? It's a bit more noticeable maybe here on the Reaper mix. Yeah, here I found less noticeable the differences between them once that I level matched both mixes with 1.5 volume increase in the Reaper mix. So now let's listen to the low frequency band and low mid frequency band here. Again, since the beginning. They are very much alike. I cannot even spot any differences, noticeable differences. Mid-range. For being a mix that was done on Reaper and the other one on a $1,000 console, I mean, it's definitely not yeah, I think it's not even worth it, right? And let's go with the third mix here. Let's see if we can spot any differences also. And also let's take a closer listen to the individual instruments. I'm gonna lower the volume at Unity as it was originally. Yeah, the guitars are a bit different, right? That's probably due to the saturation of the analog console, but here the guitars. Listen to the guitars closely. They sound grittier, fuller, right? And also, let's take a closer listen to the kick drum here, and right, maybe let's increase the volume. Yeah, it sounds more even, more compressed, fuller. Sounds more digital here. Nice. The snare also stands out more on the Neve console. Listen to the snare. Right? So let's make a quick analysis here with the frequency analyzer. Okay, and then the other one. Okay, let's see what we got here. So they are very much alike, but we have a bit of difference on the mid-range here, and also on the highs we have a bit of difference. Very much alike in terms of frequency distribution, right? But I can definitely hear some differences when it comes to the compression of the drums, also the frequency distribution on guitars. It sounds a bit more tubey again on the Neve consoles, probably because of the analog saturation and coloration of the console, right? Finally, let's check out this last mix, also done by Mr. Glenn Fricker. Wow, they sound very much alike, right? Let's hear it again. Great bass tone. The drums again, listen to the snare here. Sounds more punchy again, more natural, I think. It's probably because of the analog compression. But listen to the punchiness here on the Reaper and the punchiness on the Neve console mix. Right, it seems that there's also a bit more character on the bottom microphone of the snare, if there are two microphones on the snare. Here I am listening like almost more of the top microphone of the snare. The guitars sound very much alike. Let's do a quick analysis with the frequency analyzer. Alright, and let's go with the other one. Again, let's go again here. I lost it. right? So let's make a quick comparison here. Visually, very much alike curves, right? But I think we have this scoop is a bit deeper here, the mid-range, low mid area here on the Reaper mix, and yeah, very much alike. The low end, this steep line, very much alike, right? They are almost at the same point here. It's 110 hertz. Yeah, very much alike. Yeah, I think it could be differences in terms of like dynamic qualities and saturation, coloration qualities more than frequency wise, right? So these are the 4 mixes, my friend. Let me know what you think of them. And yeah, I think even though some mixes might sound a bit better in here and there, and some elements here and there, I think the cost of $100,000 to me, it's not worth it for that small difference that probably no one is gonna notice out there in the real world. The usual listener, right? Maybe us musicians or music producers can spot differences here and there, but we have to make sometimes analysis like these. But to me, definitely it's not worth it to spend that amount of money to get that small percentage of a better mix or a better saturation or compression, right, with the plugins we have today and with digital audio workstations. So yeah, to me it's not definitely worth it. $100,000 against a maybe $1,000 mix Reaper with other plugins and stuff like that. Let's say that we spend $1,000 on Reaper and the plugins against a $1,000 mix with this Neve console. I think it's the difference in price, it's huge, super huge. 1,000 times more, right? And 100 times more, sorry, and against a $1,000 mix, let's say, and for a minimum difference, like let's say it's like 1% or something. So to me, it's not like, or maybe 5% better or something, but to me, it's definitely not worth it. Please let me know what you think of this analysis. Please let me know what you think of these mixes. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions. Let's see here. Acoustic is here. Hello Acoustic. Almost midnight here. I was almost asleep. Nita, hello Nita. ¿Qué onda bro? ¿Cómo andas? David Durden, the blue is more 3D and fuller. Okay, yeah, that might be the case with the analog console, right? It sounds more full. You are correct, I think, David. Realm chats it. It's a cool part. Love the splash symbols there. And Italicas, the blue one has more snap on the toms and kick. You're correct. I think it has more punch. And Realm chat says this is a very cool side by side. It speaks well for both methods in different ways. Nitalica says huge tone. You're correct. On the Neve console guitar sound, it sounds fuller, right? Like probably due to the saturation added with the preamps on the console, right? I think if a person really knew their chops, they could get these mixes even closer using plugins and Reaper. I agree, says Nitalica. Realm chat, very cool study here. That's the thing, you can spot the difference, but probably only having them side by side. Correct, Nitalica, Nita. Correcto, hermano. I think, yeah, it's between you and I, we can spot differences, but out there in the real world, I think it's not worth the cost right, of a $100,000 console, right? Or if it would cost maybe $50,000, I think for me it's not even worth it at this point. And yeah, so that's the analysis for today, my friend. Before we leave, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnorhunted.com, where you can grab some additional free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. Finally, don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with tons of content like this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next one. Alright, bye bye and take care. Hit the thumbs up, as Acoustic says. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye bye.